Hello, everyone. Welcome. Oh my gosh, it's May 10th already. Can you believe it? Time is flying. Anyways, welcome so much. Welcome to another online paper crafting class. We are live on May 10th, 2023 at 11 a.m. Central Time. So if you're watching this like an hour after that, then you're probably watching the recording, but I welcome all of you and invite you all to comment as we go along. I love hearing all about you, and it's so much fun to see all these familiar names. My friends are with me. Yay! So thank you for joining. I invite you to like, comment, and subscribe. And in this video, we are going to feature some new products. We're going to feature some products from the 2023 through 24 annual catalog from Stampin' Up! That just debuted on May 2nd. We're going to feature Timeless Arrangements, which is a bundle. You can get the stamp set, you can get the dies, or you can save 10% and get the bundle. Really great bundle, by the way. Can't wait to show it off. And then we're going to feature some in colors, which are new. So the 2023 through 25 in colors that just debuted. And I'm going to show you some fun paper that's called Fresh as a Daisy that has these in colors in them. What I'm going to demonstrate today for technique or whatever is just a couple ways to do an angled type of background on a card, and then you get to see this card in 5 different versions. Good morning to all of you. Hey, Tracy from Coon Rapids. And there was another gal. Who was it with the green hearts? Was that another Tracy? Hang on just a minute. I'm going to scroll back. Yes, Tracy Carter is off of spring semester now. So how fun is that? I loved your green hearts, Tracy. Okay, so let's dive in. Let me go to the sheet, the PDF that you'll be able to download after this video, which is going to connect to my blog post, goes live. And while I bring that up, I want to say a big thank you to both Trisha Josephs and Lisa Marshall. They are moderators for me. On YouTube, we have Trisha Josephs, and you can actually tag her. She's the gal with the little wrench symbol next to her name. So when you have a question or something, I can't actually go back to YouTube live comments and respond to them directly. So she's there to be me. So thank you so much, Trisha. You can tag her by typing the @ sign, the A with the circle around it, and then you can start typing her name, Tricia, and Trisha Josephs will come up. You click on her name and she'll be able to see your comment or question a lot faster. And then Lisa Marshall is on Facebook doing the same thing. So please say hello to them and thank them for helping out. Okay, so this is the PDF that you'll be able to download. You don't need to take a screenshot, but if you don't have time to come back to the blog post at 12:15 p.m. Central Time, which is a little over an hour from now, then you can definitely take a screenshot if you'd like to. These are the measurements, the supplies, which are listed there as well. And then you see a couple photos showing the cards that I'm going to share with you today. Timeless arrangements and the new 2023 through 25 in colors. The date is up there, so if you do collect these PDFs, you can always reference them by the date or the images, etc. So on that note, let's move now to the desktop, and we're gonna play around. We're gonna start playing. Yay! All right, let me go, and I'm gonna click something over here so that I can view my comments on both my devices. Anyways, it's good to see you all. I love it. You're still chiming in at where you're from and your weather. This is so much fun, you guys. Thank you for communicating with me while I do this live. It would be lonely without you. We're going to start with Basic White, and this is our Basic White. Hang on a minute, I've got a hair on my computer. Basic White Thick. We have it in thick or in regular stock, and I've got another warning here, so hang on just a second. Sorry, I'm a one-man band over on the technology side here. We're going to take this cardstock and we're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to score it so that we can make a card base. We're going to go in this direction, so half of 11 inches is 5.5. I brought it to the 5.5 inch mark on my trimmer. I'm going to use my dark blade and I'm going to cut. I've marked my scoring blade with the word score so that I can keep track of which one's the scoring and which one's the cutting. But I still do it. I bet you guys do too, right? Once in a while you cut when you wanted to score. Zoom in a tad here. So now we're going to do half of 8.5, which is 4 1/4 inches. So we'll move to this spot on the trimmer, and we're using just the scoring blade, and we're going to run it along there. So now we have broken the fibers, makes it easier to fold our cardstock in half. Gotta love scoring blades. Let's take our bone folder and just make that crease a little bit more crisp. So here we are. Let us now move into the next supply, which is the designer paper. Let me show that to you. First of all, this is the Fresh as a Daisy designer paper. It is so pretty. And if you had doubts about these colors, because I know a lot of times if they're not bright, they don't capture us right away. But these are stunning colors. They're trendy. They've got a very nice earthy quality to them, soft and relaxed and fall-like. So we've got the Moody Mauve in there. Well, I'll show you the stamp pads in just a minute, but these are the floral sides of the paper. And there are some colors in here that are not in colors, just so you know, like Pretty Peacock, which came back. That's not an in color. The greens in here and stuff. But on the back side, except for this sheet, you can see the 5 new in colors. So let me introduce you to the ink pads. We have Boho Blue, Copper Clay, Wild Wheat, Moody Mauve, and Pebbled Path. Nice, earthy, soft colors, right? And then on this sheet we have the greens again. So we're going to be using this one here just because that one caught my eye right away. I think it's just gorgeous. But then I was thinking last night, should I make another version? This is the one that I would have done another version with. I don't know why. Maybe because I like green. I love green. Green is my favorite color. So let's start with a bit of the Boho Blue. Boho Blue, by the way, for those of you that were fortunate enough to get in on the starter kit during Celebration this past winter, you may have chosen to get this at half price during that time. It is available again. We had a surplus. So if you're interested in the Boho Blue mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, it is in the online store. So you can get it, not half price, but you can get it. Okay, so this is one way that you can do this background. So let me show you the finished card, which you did see in the on the PDF. So this is the background. You can see this angle coming through here. You can see this white exposed area of the card base. So yes, that is the card base in there. Okay, and then we've got the angled paper up here. So this is the way I did it to make my original cards. I angled my paper on here and angled this one on here, which is what I'm still going to demonstrate fully for you today. But you can do it another way. So I'm going to show you quickly with a different piece of designer paper from that pack. I'm going to cut this the width of the card base. Okay, I'm going to go with the 5.5 inch wide. So here it is, would fit on the front of the card base. And then we're going to cut this way, but let's measure. Let's just do, I think I wanted to do 3 and, well, let's just do 4 inches. We'll do 4 inches because we can always trim off. Because we don't have to go all the way down. Not when we have another layer that's going to be down here. So we've got that. And then I've got another piece of cardstock because I don't want to mess up my base here. I think that's going to be for some, oh, this is the one I was going to use. Okay, so here we go. Let's take this one now. This is 5.5 inches in this direction. And let's just cut a narrow strip from that. Let's cut, I don't know, maybe about 1 3/4 inches. So these two together are going to make up the base. What you're going to do is, if this one has a direction especially, is you're going to do it in this way, this technique. Because you can't really tilt them. If this had a direction on it, like an up and down, I really shouldn't tilt it. But this paper does not have a direction to it. There's no up or down, side to side. This one does. So we really have to approach it in this other way. And what you do is you take your bottom and your top pieces, and if this one has an up and down, you want to make sure it's flipped over because we're going to twist it back around this way. It does not So you could really just overlap it. Then you bring these two into the trimmer with this edge lined up, and you're going to angle it within the trimmer. Make sure that they're lined up so that their sides are lined up for sure. You want everything flush, all those edges together. And then you just angle it like so. And we'll start in the middle, and we're going to hold this part down real firm because we do not want to have that move on us. Now we lift the arm of the trimmer up. This we can discard or use for something else. But now watch. See? It works. So you can do it that way, and it saves you on paper. This is the only amount of scrap that we had in that situation. And it's great for when you have a directional paper. But I really loved, and I'm going to bring the papers back in. Here they are. I really loved this swoosh going with the flow of the angle, which means I would have had to tilt it on the paper, on the card. So that's the reason why I went with that. And I used my full 12 inches. So this is the part that made up this card over here. And I've already used it up, but the way I cut it off, I was really careful to make sure I tried to save as much of that big piece as possible. In fact, maybe I can even find a longer piece. I can. Let's just do it with this one, because then you can see what I really started with. So I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to cut it to, I think I cut it to 4 inches. Let me check. I think it was 4 inches. Yep, it was 4 inches. Oh, here, I can just measure this one. Yes, it was. 4 inches, and that way I could get 6 cards from one sheet, because I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then of course 5, 6, and the sixth one's done right now. So I can take either one of these. I'm gonna look at the designs. I kind of like this. Now that one's not as, oh, here, I like that one a lot. I'm gonna go with that one. So let's begin. Let's show you the way Rachel did it. So I laid this across my paper, and I believe I just went right up to that point. You see that point of that card there? You can see the white against the background of the grid paper. I went right up to it with the angle that I liked. And I'm going to go up a little higher here just to try to copy the one that I have. Oh, and also you want to watch to make sure it covers up that corner too. So I went up and figured out where it was going to be. And then let me hang on a minute. I have to remember. Oh, I put adhesive on this one. I put adhesive on here. So I put it right up at the top like that. And then I put adhesive along the bottom of this one. That's how I did it. It's been a while. So I created these cards back right when I got the new stuff in April, because demonstrators can pre-order. And I got to town creating right away. You know, I'm going to measure this because I want to make sure I put it in the same spot. So that's 1.5 inches, and that's a half. Okay, so we've got our adhesive here. We've got our grid paper lined up onto, or the card lined up onto the grid paper. And I've got this positioned so that this is 1.5 inches from this corner. And then I can see on this one where the 1/2 inch mark is. So it's going to go from here to here. Okay? Then I laid it on here, again making sure that this corner was going to be covered up there. And I went right up to the corner, because if you go right up to the corner, you're not wasting as much paper. So now I've got about this much plus this much, which is a little bit more than that. But if you're really careful when you trim, and I'm just going to grab my long bladed scissors here. If you're really careful when you trim, you can keep this piece for your next card. It's big enough to span that. So those are 2 different ways to do it. You can choose which one you'd like to do. And now we have adhesive on that paper, so it's stuck to my scissors. This one here, you can still use as well because there's no stickiness on it. Just trash that one. Then the cardstock, the other piece, you can see at 5.5 inches, it's not going to cover it. So we had to get a wider piece. We have to angle it that way. So I'm just going to cut out a little strip of that. And we're going to go up to, we're going to go beyond the 1.5 because we have to cover that point again, remember? Because it's really measuring from here to here. You have to think of a perpendicular little spot there. Okay, so then we just expose the white core of the cardstock a bit, and you can widen it. You can have it, you know, show less. So we're going to put adhesive along the card base, and we're going to put adhesive along one edge of this strip. And now we have adhesive on the top and on the bottom. And we just lay them right next to each other, making sure that we're covering up all the white. And again, if you want to be paper saving, you can shift it. Okay, that looks good. And then you flip it over and you trim off the excess. Oh, somebody's car alarm's going off. I find it very helpful to flip over things when you're going to trim, because then you can use the edge right here, this white edge, as a guide. Whoops. Okay, so we've got our base ready, and that's the hardest part of the card. That's it. That's the hardest part. So you have the two different options for your base. All right, tidying up, Rachel. Now we're going to layer, and you can see here with that beautiful stuff, we're going to die cut some pieces, and I've got some done already, but let's go ahead and grab some scraps. Where are my white scraps? I've got a mess already, and I just started. Here it is. I've got white scraps. I've got Boho Blue cardstock. I've got this fun ribbon. Look at that. So these colors are in this ribbon too. This is our textured ribbon. Gorgeous, rich looking ribbon. Do you see these? Those fun little embellishments are also available in the in colors. So let's bring in our die cutting machine. Actually, you know what? I don't have the plates for this one right now. I'm going to bring in my bigger one, my White Beauteous big Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I don't have to dig for the plates because they're right behind me. And we're going to set it up. We're going to do 1, 2, and 3. And that's the plates that you need underneath for when you're going to die cut. And, oh, I got to show you the bundle. What? Rachel, you haven't showed the bundle yet. Okay, here it is. And there are some dies missing because I am going to use them. So we're going to use that one and this one. And I'm too close. And that one. Let's zoom out a bit. So there you go. Now you can see more of my messy desk. But I've got all of these fun dies that have like a rectangular piece that's connecting some leafy stuff. Leafy stuff. Rachel loves her leaves. So there's another one. There's another one. This one has like flowery pieces to it. And more flowery pieces. And then you see these rectangles that have this fun embossing to them. So this one has little dots on it. They're little dots, and then there's like a little X mark. Then you've got these frame type dies that'll cut out these images. So if you stamp them and you want to cut them out, you can. And we're doing that with one of them. So we're going to need that one. I'm going to pull these aside and keep them. So yeah, lots of fun pieces. And now look at the stamp set. The stamp set is amazing because look at all the words you get. This is one of those stamp sets where you get the words and some images. So you can do a whole bunch of cards with them. You can say a whole bunch of things. It's mainly a thank you type of stamp set though, I just want to let you know. But you could do, let's see here. Hope your day is filled with everything good. That could be a general one that goes with birthdays and graduations and things like that. So you could use that alone, and then you wouldn't have to necessarily be saying a thank you type of thing. So that's that bundle. Now we grab these guys and we're going to die cut a frame, and we're going to angle it because when we go into a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, we don't want to go in with a flat edge. It's going to cause too much of a bump. And then we've got our beautiful little foliage piece here. And also, let's stamp. Let's stamp an image. Let's just do that one too. So we're going to use our Boho Blue ink, and we're going to stamp onto our paper with this. Here, we'll do it up in this corner. There we go. And you want to do a couple of these if you're going to replicate the card that I have. But like I said, I've got some that are done already. Let's bring that back in. Let's take some of our sticky tape here. This is a Post-it tape. You could use sticky notes, Post-it notes. You can use, oh gosh, washi tape. If you have a magnetic type of platform, you could use that. But you want to keep that die in place so that it doesn't move on you. And then I think we can reposition these differently. We've got those like that. And then, so we've got 1, 2, 3 for our levels of our plates, and then we put another 3 on top. It's a nice new one, you guys. Look how shiny that one is. Line everything up and guide it through. And we'll pull this away. Take this off the top. Hang on. Oh, it's so new that it's just grabbing everything. Take these out. We'll take this off. This one already separated from it, and you can see the detail that is in that die once it's die cut. And this one here is still stuck in there. The nice thing is you can just put your fingernail through there. You can grab that rectangle part and go like this. Otherwise, we have tools too that help remove a lot of that stuff. This one will just take the sticky note off of, and there's our beautiful leaf bunch that is cut. Okay. Move these aside so I don't lose them. And I thought that pencil mark was a piece of dust or something. Okay, so now we're going to take this ink pad and we're going to keep it open. And we're going to take some, a clear block, and we're just going to ink the corner of the clear block. That's going to give us a little puddle of ink to work with. I'm bringing in a blender pen. Blender pens are awesome. Oops, we need that. For giving a watercolor look. And I'm just going to shift it over to this grid paper because this grid paper is dirtier. And let's zoom in a bit. Hello from Montana. Thanks for sharing, Mary Ellen. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and dip our blender pen. Right now it's clear. We have no ink on the blender pen, even though it looks stained. We're just going to kind of slowly come in and pick up some ink. And you can see now we've got blue. So we're going to take that ink and we're going to color starting at the base of each leaf. So, and it's a little dark, so I'm going to kind of go over to another leaf for just a minute and remove some of it. And now we go. There we go. It's getting lighter as I move upward. So you may have to kind of lighten it onto your scrap paper before you color the rest of your leaf. But what we're trying to achieve is a gradual look of dark to light. So again, start at the base of your leaf. If you need to, remove some of the color if it's really intense, and then slowly move up the leaf to lighten. And that one I got really dark. Oopsie, that's okay. Oh, and then just run your blender pen until it's clear. Did you know that watercolor pencils, we have a new pack of assortment 1. I am dying to play with them. I haven't had time yet, or I haven't taken the time yet. Okay, this one's going to be left as is. This one is going to get stamped with a sentiment, so let's open up our Boho Blue again. This is called a monochromatic card, by the way, for those of you that want an art lesson. Monochromatic basically means sticking with that same color throughout. Once in a while you can throw in a neutral like a black or a white or whatever. The sentiment that I want for this one is "You make me smile." And I also think I want the one that I mentioned earlier, the Hope Your Day. Okay, so we've got those. We're going to take and mount them onto clear blocks, and I just like to let long stamps like this relax, and then I grab the back side of it so that it's in the position it needs to be. This one you could stick on directly if you want to, but I'm in the habit of now I just pick them up. And I pick them up so that I'm not looking at the sides of my block, because I don't want them straight. If they're straight on here, but they're not perfectly straight, and I rely on the sides of my block, then I may accidentally stamp crooked. So I'd rather look directly at the stamp. We'll need that one for the inside of the card, but for now, let's stamp this piece for our outside layer. There is our smile, and I'll close up our ink pad for now. Just set this over here. Let's work on building that card wherever it went. It's over here. Here it is. Okay, there's the finished, and there's the other one. So to do this design, I used about 8 inches of this this ribbon, this textured ribbon. So I'm just gonna eyeball it, just estimate. And I folded it over so that it wasn't looped. So you don't want to have this, or you're going to have, it's going to be harder to get into an envelope. You want to just fold it flat. And then you also want to have the pieces separating from each other. So you're kind of making like a V shape. And we're going to put adhesive right in the middle of that with our seal adhesive. So I'm just running some tape right through the middle. You can see the shininess. Well, the ribbon's shiny too, but there's adhesive there. And when I fold this over now, it's going to connect. And I don't have to fold it completely because this part's going to get covered up, just in case I don't, cover up all the adhesive. That's going to get covered up. There's going to be something over it. But there's that. Easy? You can do that, right? Then we're going to trim the ends. And I think my scissors, my ribbon scissors, is not the scissors I normally use. I need to find my sharp scissors. I'm going to go ahead and trim this. This is a scissors that we used to carry. It's bigger. There we go. Keep one scissors for ribbon and one scissors, oops, it's stuck to my finger. One scissors for ribbon and one scissors for paper. Just a little helpful tip for anybody who's a beginning crafter. It keeps your ribbon scissors sharp if you don't use paper with it. So we'll lay this down in that direction. We're just going to add some seal there. So that's going to be your bottom layer, and I really want that white between it to get exposed because I want to see as much of that white as possible. And then let's layer up this label piece. This is going to go behind, but we're going to need that other one first. Let's take the other one because I really want that Boho Blue to stand out a lot. So we're going to take this one first, and we're going to adhere it. You can tape it. You can glue it. Let's use some glue. Oh, and you know what? This glue was running low. This is my precision tip bottle. I love it, love it, love it. And I put my multi-purpose liquid glue into it. It just makes it easier to use that glue. The trick for this is to make that hole as wide as possible. And when you start to add the glue, you want to hover directly over the hole. Once you hit the side, it's going to build up. I'm purposely hitting the side so you can see. It's going to build up, and pretty soon it's just going to overflow. So keep it so that it's not going to overflow. And you can't see, I'm sure, because you're directly over. But I'm just going straight in, letting that glue flow not hit the side. That's probably enough for now. All right, so now I can come back here on the blue one. And this is the front side. And we want to glue the front side because we're going to connect the front of this to the back of our label. Yeah, I probably should have filled it up a little higher. There we go. Okay, just a little bit of glue is all we need. And we're going to connect it right there in the corner. And you can look at the back side to help straighten it out because that rectangle is allowing you to do that. It's so nice because you have these tiny, tiny little branch pieces and leaf pieces and flower shapes and all that, and it would be a real hassle to try to connect all of them separately. I love that they're all connected like this. The next one that we're going to do looks like it's the white one. So we'll take the front of the white and we'll put adhesive on that one. The details that are in this bundle are incredible. And it is in the annual catalog, so you do not have to feel rushed to get it. So this one just comes behind. And I'm just making sure that you can see the white between. Now it may not be that it's fitting perfectly over that last area. See how mine is shifted down a bit? You don't have to place it directly on the edge. You don't have to place it directly in the middle, but you have this whole band of rectangle here to help you for gluing. Then we've got two of those pieces. Here's one. This one we didn't finish coloring. Let's go ahead and do that, Rachel. Silly Rachel. Hang on. grabbing my paper. I forgot to stamp something. Or all of you yelling out to me, Rachel, don't forget to stamp on the blue cardstock. Yes, I did. I did. Sometimes when you're teaching, you forget things. Oh my gosh. And my contacts are not clear. This one's going to go behind so that we're covering up that little flaw there. My contacts are kind of fuzzy today. So hopefully we'll put together a decent card, if not, eye-catching enough. Oh yeah, we'll put that one there. So this one will go behind here. So on that one, I'm just going to go ahead and use the fine tip glue on this stem, because that whole stem, and we're doing the front again, because we're connecting the front to the back of this. And I kind of want some of it to be hidden, so we're going to tuck it. And not because I colored it poorly, but just because that's the way this card looks. And then we have another one that we'll put on. And then we'll work on that spot we forgot to do. We're going to bring that ink back over. And I'm going to introduce you to another product that is amazing in these in colors. So that just kind of fills in the space. And it looks like a garden. A blue garden, but it looks like a garden. It's really pretty, isn't it? Okay, we're going to peel this back away. And you probably, should do your stamping before you stick it on, but I forgot to do that. So we're just going to go ahead. Oh, we can peel the whole thing off. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and find that stamp again. Ink it up, and we're going to stamp it down in this corner like that. This little stem will get hidden. Now, how do we fill that one in? You could do it the same way, but I just wanted to show you another product. Let's stick this back on. Another product that you can get in these in colors is our blends markers. Yay! Okay, let's find them. They come in all the in colors. Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, Pebbled Path, Copper Clay. For some reason, I think it's because we have another one that's close to this that's also new. And now I'm forgetting the name of that one. But we have two colors that are new browns. And then the Wild Wheat. So let's use our Boho Blue. And I think I just used the lighter of the two. They come in pairs. And I filled in color on the stems in the same way where I kind of just went lighter as I got to the end. And blends markers, you can see that lightness appear more on white cardstock, but I'm just coloring in, and then you can go back over with the dark blends marker and deepen the base of the leaves. Very detailed. Oops, and this one's going to be connected to the ribbon, so we don't have to color the whole thing. Okay, and if I want to now, I can come back in with the darker one, and I can just tap lightly in the base of these leaves and try to get some of that color to blend and give a deeper look. I think on my original I didn't do that. I think I just used the light. Oh well. Yeah, I think I did. There's a difference. Look at that. So if you want more of a dark to light look, or if you want just to color them in, then this gets added with a dimensional. I put them on my table. Here they are. There's too many fun products here in front of me. Did I show you all the other ribbons? I haven't yet. Let me grab those too. And we have grid paper that is this color now too, that you can buy in the online store. It is really, really fun. Okay, when you add this, you're going to look at this bottom edge and this top edge, or the sides, but you're looking at the rectangle. So you're ignoring the angled line and you're adding this down and pressing it in place. Okay, so let me show you the rest of the ribbons. Beauteous, right? They have like a little sheen to them. So they definitely look royal and rich, almost like tapestry or something. They're just gorgeous ribbons. Easy to work with too. The embellishments. The embellishments are next. The embellishments come in a packet like this, and you think, oh gosh, there's only 4. But there's not, there's 5. They're called the in color dots. So let's open up this one, which has all of them on there. I've been having fun with them. You can see they're starting to wind down. So we are going to add some dots. And I think the dots, like these embellishments, are easier if you bend the sheet and then just put the point of your take your pick tool underneath them to grab them. They're so flat and they catch to this plastic a little bit more than other embellishments. I will try though. Let's try. Push. Oh, I did grab it. Okay. So this is another way that you can grab your embellishments, is you push and it grabs onto the sticky end of your take your pick tool. There. And then we'll do another big one down here, and we'll do a small, oh no, we're going to do a medium because the small one's going to go on the inside. Okay, let's open it up. Let's stamp the inside with our other sentiment, finding our ink. We also have a paper pumpkin kit that has in colors, and you haven't missed out on it yet. So if you've been watching my videos on paper pumpkin exclusives, or not exclusives, well, exclusives too, but if you've been watching my videos, my posts, if you've been seeing things that you can create with paper pumpkin kits, they are a kit that mails to you monthly. You can start and stop your subscription at any time, so you don't even have to commit to more than 1 month. And if you don't like your kit, you can return it. Anyways, that May kit that contains the in colors, the last day to be subscribed or to subscribe if you aren't already is today. And this is extra product. They call them add-ons, but you don't actually get it with your kit. You buy it separately. This is extra product that you can get that will coordinate with the kit. So let me just show you that quickly. You can see the in colors that are in there, the beauteous in colors and different scenes. So this is an extra note card and envelope pack that you could purchase, and that would allow you to create even more beyond, okay? If you place a straight pin, it will keep the ends from flapping around. Place a straight pin. I'm not sure what you're telling me, Rosie. Ends of what from flapping around? I'm not sure. Clarify if you can. But thank you. I'm glad you like the card. So here's that finished card. You make me smile. Hope your day is filled with everything good. Right? Gotta love that. And then here are the other versions, the other colors. I'm going to keep this one open so you can see the inside. And we'll zoom out even more. Okay. I'm trying to look for Rosie's comment. Hang on a minute, see if she answered me. What was the straight pin idea for? I'm not a sewer, so I might not have a straight pin. And thank you, Lisa Marshall. She's on it. Somebody asked a question where the blender pens are, and they are listed in the supplies in the description of the video on YouTube right now. But Facebook, because of the way I've worked things out, I have to go back and copy and paste that into there. So after the video is done, I will copy and paste the supplies in there so that you can see. Here is the wild wheat version. This color is so pretty. If you think it's not, then you have not loved gold. It's a gold, you guys. It's like a perfect gold. It's like a rich gold. So there is the, oh, and I'm going to show you the inside too. You are so kind. Thank you very much. And then this one, You're My Everything. Oh, that would be a good Valentine. That's probably why I put it on the pink color. This is the Moody Mauve color. You're my everything. Love you from the bottom of my heart. So you can do a love you card. I really appreciate you. This is the copper clay color. Thanks from the bottom of my heart. And then you have this Pebbled Path one, which, by the way, looks incredible with white. If you, like this paper back here, I don't know so much about, but if you were just to look at that section, just gorgeous. My upline, Susan Campfield, did a card with this recently, this color and the white, and she made a wedding card that was amazing. Your kindness means everything to me. Just can't thank you enough. So there we have our different versions of those cards. I'm going to take you to the online store for a minute because I want to show you the grid paper that you can get. So let's take a quick journey over to the online store. Oh, and here it is. There it is right there. So there's this little window thing that kind of scrolls across, showing like new stuff going on. And so, but you can also find what's new by clicking here. And if we click on new arrivals, it will take us to things that are more recent products. And you scroll down, oh, there it is. There's our grid paper. So if you're interested in getting the grid paper in the in colors, it has metric and imperial measurements, inches and centimeters. Another way that you can shop is you can go to the menu and you can do shop by, and let's do this. Let's shop by color. So I'm going to click on the newest colors, which is the 2023 through 25 in colors. They stick around for 2 years, and we're going to click on shop all. And there we see the things that come in those in colors. We've got the grid paper. We've got the add-on cards that are already available. Packs of cardstock. Oh, that specialty paper. I have not purchased it yet. Do you guys have that paper yet? I need to get that. It needs to be on my list. Some other designer papers that have those colors in them. The ribbons, re-inkers, blends, markers. There's those fun colored dots. Just gorgeous products that are in those colors. So if you're wanting to see a bunch of stuff that's in that color, those colors, that's one way to do it. We need to pull out prizes. I think it's time to go over prizes. So let me grab what we had last week. Last week, we had prize winners that got note cards and envelope packs. The basic white note cards, basic white envelopes. They're a smaller size than the typical card size. 3.5 by 5 when folded shut, but they are mailable, at least in the US. You get 20 note cards, you get 20 envelopes. So if your name is the one that I pull up now, because I've got people who commented after the lives, if you're one of the winners, you can claim that prize. So you're going to want to make sure that you reach out to me. All right, I'm going to set up my computer here. So let me clear out something. All right, so our winners and here's my email address. You'll want to touch base with me at my email address. Winner from, is this one? This is Facebook winner. Mo Stites. Congratulations, Mo. Yay. And then on YouTube, our winner was Karen Bauman. I know her. Yay, Karen. So congratulations to both of you. Reach out to my email address so that you can claim your note cards and envelope pack. And we're going to go back and I'm going to get this off my screen here and that off my screen. Hang on. There we go. Alrighty. So now I'm going to peek at, I'm going to pull up something. Okay. I'm just going to peek because Trisha calls out winners before I sometimes name the prize winners because we're on this delay. That's what happens. So I'll see your comments like a half hour after or some. I mean, it's weird. It's so weird. Okay. So for the prize today, you are going to be able to get one of my tutorials on my website. I'm going to show you how to get over there. Oh, she's called the winners. Yay. We have K Jut. Hang on, it's going to come up on my computer here, and then I'll pull the names up so that you can see them. But you get to pick one of my tutorials on my computer. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Congratulations to Kay Jett and Rebecca Peters. So how do you do that? You can see the email that I had up before. Otherwise, I'll put it back up again. I just want to make sure you guys see that. Okay, and here's the email address. Reach out to me, you two, at stampyourartout@comcast.net. Not .com. Sometimes people try .com and then they never reach me. Sorry, clicking something so that the comments can go through. So you have a choice. Let's move over to the computer so that you can see your choices, you winners. Congrats, by the way, again. Let me pull up my blog. Okay, stampyourartout.com. If you've never visited before, this is what it looks like when you first get there. And oh, I have to show you. Watch. Hang on. Here it comes. Here it comes. There it is. The cards are there. They're on the front page. That's how much I like them. They're on the front page. So we're going to go to, oh yeah, the menu. There's all these menus here. You're going to click on shop and you're going to go to tutorials and click on tutorials. And you're going to have choices. You get to pick any one of those tutorials and it'll get emailed to you. So congratulations. Let me know, winners, what tutorial you'd like. Anybody can win that one because it can be emailed. So congratulations to all of you. What else do I want to share before I depart? Stampin' Storage is having a sale. It's a Mother's Day sale. It started 2 days ago, but Rachel's been in the midst of trying to get a class out in the mail. The class again will be offered on the 9th of June. So if you know what class I'm talking about, you can come back and visit then. If you don't know, make sure you subscribe to my blog so that you can pay attention to it. It's a fun one. But yeah, I packaged that up and on May 8th is when they all went out in the mail. So I kind of forgot to post about the Stampin' Storage sale. So we're going to take a hop over there right now. You know what? I'll go from my blog so that you can see how easy it is. We'll do that. Okay, I'm going to click on my computer again. If you are interested in organizational products, let's go to my blog, and then on the right side, yeah, that's the class that I packed for. On the right side, you'll be able to see this thing. Or if you're scrolling on a portable device, you'll be able to go all the way to the bottom and find Stampin' Storage's logo. You click on that, and it will take you over to their store. And they have different offers for their sale. Let's see if I can find their sale information. Usually they have it on their front page. Maybe it's something just through affiliates. I might have to look. I'm one of their affiliates. Okay, I will look at my email and I will announce it, but I'm not going to look at my email while you guys are looking at my computer. I will pull it up just a second here for Stampin' Storage. There it is. It is. Yeah, it doesn't say it's just an affiliate sale. So, I mean, you can all click on it and shop there. It's $10 off a $100 order, $25 off a $170 order, $45 off a $270 order, and $75 off a $375 order. It's a nice deal, especially if you're redoing your room. So take advantage of that. Again, go on the side or at the bottom, depending on what device you're using. I think I covered it all, gals, right? Talking to Lisa and Trisha. Hopefully we did. I think I'll let you all go then. So have a great week, everybody. I've got a Father's Day card idea for you next week using one of my favorite sweets, the fishing sweet. Can't think of the exact name, but I had to buy it because my dad's a fisherman and he taught me to fish, and I love it, love it, love it. Angle. Did I say angel card? Oh, sorry. I'm looking at Lisa's comment. Oh, she's asking somebody. Okay, never mind. She's trying to clarify with someone that asked a question. I will stop talking and I'll let you all go. Have a great week. We'll see you again next week. Take care, everybody. And now I'd like you all to go and stamp your art out. Bye-bye.